You did it! Great job! You are so smart! Wow, today must be your lucky day. Teacher attributions and expectations affect learning in the classroom. Many times, teachers are unaware of the statements or attributions they make toward student success and failure. These attributions can have a lasting impact on students' learning and motivation for future activities. This lesson will identify teacher expectations and attributions, explore teacher self-efficacy, and discuss how attributions affect classroom and individual student performance. Attributions are the perceived causes that individuals select or construct for events in their lives. A basic assumption of attribution theory is that a person's understanding of the causes of past events influences his or her future actions. The psychologist Bernard Weiner developed an attribution theory that focuses on achievement. According to Weiner, the most important factors affecting attributions are ability, effort, task difficulty, and luck. He classified these attributions along three causal dimensions: locus of control, in which there are two poles, internal versus external; stability, in other words, do causes change over time or not; and controllability, causes one can control, such as skills, versus causes one cannot control, such as luck or others' actions. If a student attributes a success or failure to be external, out of his control, or stable, won't change over time, and non-controllable, can't develop skills to be successful, then motivation and attempts to engage in similar tasks in the future will decline. However, if a student attributes a success or failure to be internal, within his control, unstable, may change over time, and controllable, he or she can make changes to increase that skill or knowledge, then motivation engagement in similar tasks in the future will increase. Attributions for success and failure are communicated to learners by teachers. These attributions are communicated by verbal feedback, written feedback on assignments, grades on assignments, and tests, and through classroom instruction. Teachers can communicate attributes differently depending on their personal beliefs about the particular student. For example, a teacher may say, "Great work on this assignment. It is clear you know the subject very well." This would be an ability-based attribute. Or a teacher may say, "Well, you didn't quite pass, but your hard work is evident, and if you try to study once a day, your grade will improve." This would be an effort-based attribute. An example of a task difficulty attribute may be, "You made a 100 on this assignment, but it wasn't a difficult task." Or, "Great job, this must be your lucky day." That would be an example of a luck-based attribute. All of these verbal statements are attributions of success or failure. When teachers communicate to students that failures are due to the use of inappropriate strategies or inappropriate effort, students are likely to be motivated to try harder or to use more appropriate strategies in the future. For example, when a teacher says, "Well, you didn't quite pass, but your hard work is evident, and if you try to study once a day, your grade will improve." In response, the student might think, "I will study for an hour a day until the next test and see if I get a better grade." Thus, the teacher's attributions are deemed controllable and unstable, and the student is motivated and engaged. Alternatively, if a teacher communicates attributes of students' success on factors that are uncontrollable, such as luck, or stable, the situation won't change over time no matter the effort put in by the student will likely be unmotivated to make any changes to the situation. A teacher will typically draw conclusions regarding a student's strengths or weaknesses early in the school year. These early conclusions and opinions may be accurate perceptions, leading the teacher to provide tailored instruction and guidance for the student. Sometimes, however, these perceptions are inaccurate, leading to an underestimation of student abilities and skills. Research indicates teachers may underestimate the abilities of students who have different physical appearances than most students, frequently misbehave in class, cannot sit still, speak in dialects other than standard English, or come from low-income backgrounds. Further, research indicates that when teachers have high expectations and attributions for students, they create an open classroom that provides frequent opportunities for student-teacher interaction, more feedback on assignments, and the presentation of more challenging course material. Children are aware of and influenced by their teachers' attributions and therefore begin to question their actual abilities and knowledge. In instances of primarily negative teacher attributions, students may begin to behave in ways they think the teacher views them. This is referred to as a self-fulfilling prophecy. Teacher self-efficacy refers to a teacher's beliefs about their ability to help students succeed. Teachers with high self-efficacy are more willing to experiment with and incorporate new strategies into their teaching. Typically, they set higher expectations for their students, and they are more persistent when faced with challenging students and learning situations. Teachers are sometimes unaware of the expectations and attributions they place on students. In order to ensure these attributions are accurate and encourage learning and student motivation, teachers can set high expectations for themselves and their students, help students identify ways to make a situation unstable, such as promoting new study habits, attribute students' successes to a combination of high ability and controllable factors, such as effort and study strategies, and attribute students' failure to factors that are controllable and easily changed. In summary, attributions, or the perceived causes that individuals select or construct for events in their lives, influence future attempts and successes. The main factors affecting attributions are ability, effort, task difficulty, and luck. Student attribution to successes and failures can impact future motivation and engagement in activities. Likewise, teacher attributions of student success and failure can also impact the student. When teachers attribute student failures to factors that are controllable and unstable, students are more likely to be motivated to try harder in the future. However, if failures are attributed to factors that are uncontrollable or stable, students' motivation and likelihood to engage in similar events in the future decreases. Teachers should attempt to maintain high teacher self-efficacy and attribute student successes to a combination of high ability and controllable factors in order to promote learning and motivation.